Good day, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video. My name is Chief Dog 74, and let's go into this one then. So we're back on Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. This video will be coming out on Thursday, but as of recording, this voiceover and the gameplay, it was recorded on Tuesday. But on Thursday is my birthday, so happy birthday to me on the day this video comes out. But here are the stats so far. So we're looking pretty good, but because of getting redemption on the previous video, we're now slightly ahead on the police side. So this video is going to have more race car parts to it compared to police parts. And just having a look around some of the events, we end up choosing the Unlimited Driving Pleasure Preview event, which will give us the Porsche Carrera GT. We're going to go for a black colour with it, and the time for the target is 2 minutes 21 for gold. Conditions are thundery at night, and it is 9 PM. We need 405,000 to unlock this car for, properly, so we're still a good ways off, but on the 6.8 mile track we now have to try and beat the time. And as we continue, very treacherous conditions, and this car feels very, very darty, very sort of on a knife edge a bit. So just trying to go as fast as we can, while of course trying to make sure that we stay on the tarmac for the most part, unless it's a shortcut such as this one, the railway track that we take. And by the way, as we drift through here, we have taken this excellently. Can't get much better than this as we drift through. It looks superb, and we go straight back out onto the tarmac, barely losing any time, sitting around 6th gear and 190 as we brake around this corner, taking it like it's nothing, going through the outside to the inside to the outside. We could take the shortcut to the left here, but I sort of feel like we should stick on the tarmac here as we take this corner. Don't take it as well, bump the inside a few times, but fortunately, because this is the racer side, we don't get punished for it. Unlike on the police side, if we did that, we'd be given a 2-second time penalty that gets added on instantly. But we now reach our top speed of about 201 miles per hour in 7th gear as we climb through into a new area that I don't think we've seen on this series so far. As I get a bit distracted looking down there, that was 10 miles for drifting. That was the milestone that we achieved. But looking around this dam, we want to take this inside part, and again, a really, really lovely drift. Despite the heat, it's 32 degrees in my room, which is again about 89 Fahrenheit, I think. So very hot conditions as I was doing this, but we make it through, and without that collision I think that would have been basically a perfect run, as we've got less than a mile, 0.5 miles. We've driven 20 miles in oncoming, so we get another milestone, and as we come over this hill into the tunnel, we are going to comfortably get this done in 2 minutes 14.88, gold awarded to us, and that felt really, really cool to drive. Again, without that collision I think we would have had a pretty much perfect run. So but unfortunately we don't get enough to get any new cars or rank up, so we look to go straight into the next event, which is the sports car, what does that say, sports car named Desire race event. And I had a look around for some of the options for cars, but we're going to go in the Dodge Charger SRT8 because that is one of the cars that we haven't used as of yet. And yeah, of course, just trying to get first to get the full 6,000 bounty. Apologies if you heard the ice cream truck out there a few moments ago, but yeah, I could use an ice cream, to be honest. It's really hot in here. But 6.7 miles is the distance. Starting this event at 3 AM in the morning. Jesus Christ. I guess racing never sleeps. As we line up on the grid, 7 cars for us to be all in the same category, of course, as we are basically lights out and away we go, though there's no lights. We are, well, dead last, but looking to try and make progress as we go through this shortcut and go straight up to first. Something that's not great, I don't think, unless I'm misreading this, but if you go straight to first to get the full 100 bounty, then it takes away a bit as we try and get into this shortcut, but we end up cutting across this Carrera GT, not Carrera GT, just this Porsche, and slam him, and then he ends up having to go into the construction shortcut, and we've got the Subaru, my favourite Subaru, ahead, having a traffic collision. So a lot of chaos at the start, and we've only got up to 5th, so it's not been a good start, to be honest. And as we skip it forward a bit here, we're not really gaining much ground, and the cars ahead of us are keeping their distance. As you see, 3.48 seconds behind 4th, and getting a bit of a poor exit out of the tunnel there. This what is this? This the Lancer? Yeah, the Lancer cuts in. We get a bit of unfortunate traffic as well there. That sort of had to make us tighten our line a bit, but I still don't think I'd be able to save us against the Lancer. And again, annoying traffic there, really not helping us, as the Subaru is just behind us. We're down to 6th place, and we've done about half this event, so it's going to be a tricky one to try and get ahead here. But we make 3 moves into one corner, because again, they're just not taking that little piece of road that really helps us out there. So we're up to 3rd, which is good. And as we come around the corner, you see tyre smoke, and there's the yellow Carrera, or the yellow Porsche again, that we've crashed into. Looking at the mirror, he's not had a good getaway there, as we're now in amongst the pack here. All of us apart from first, as we're 8 seconds behind first, are bunched together, and 1.6 miles left. We're up to 2nd, but it's going to be a bit of an effort to try and get a challenge on here as we skip forward a little bit. Reach our top speed of about 167 miles per hour. We've done 100 miles driven as a milestone. 3.96 seconds behind first, but he's either had some sort of issue or this is massive rubber banding, because as we come around through the final corner, we get ahead, he tries to stop us, we avoid the traffic, we get a 50 near misses driving milestone, but we get first with 3 minutes and 7 seconds on the clock. Gold award to us as well, but I didn't really feel like I deserved first there, to be honest. Felt a bit dirty getting first. That was just the rubber banding, it feels like. But we take it anyway. 2 new rewards are given to us as we get a new series unlocked. So like last time we got the Highway Patrol, this time we will get the Performance series, I want to say, as we get a lovely little angle of some of the cars that we have been driving. But yeah, we get the performance events now available, and to go with that we also get another car. We get the Porsche 911 Turbo S Cabriolet for the Super Series this is. So this is even further ahead, so a bit weird how we got a car and we can't even use it for any time soon. But Muscle Reflex is the race I was considering doing, but in the end we're looking for Denial of Service Interceptor, as we're about to get a new piece of equipment, so let's have the lady explain it to us.
You've been granted use of the new EMP system. The EMP system fires a directed electromagnetic pulse from your car to a targeted suspect. The system requires an active lock-on to correctly track the target. Once fired, you are required to keep the target car within range and line of sight for the tracking system to engage.
Alright, good stuff then. I really love when they introduce different pieces of equipment like that. I think those cutscenes are amazing. But as we drive in the Audi TT RS, we've been given the EMP, and in fact we've been given a total of 5 in rainy conditions, 9 AM is the start time, 2 minutes is distinction time. Let's go in.
All units, BMW M3 on the run, heading north on Mystic Lake Road. Suspect known to be in possession of customized jammer equipment. Command Central has approved EMPs for immediate use. Proceed with caution.
So interestingly enough there, the target we're looking to get has a jammer, so they'll be able to disable all of our equipment, which is not great for us, so we're trying to catch up to him as we lock on with the EMP. I've zoomed it in for you to see how it works, and we get the EMP hit, so good job on that. I love the sound that it makes when it hits as well. It sounds almost as good as like the Boba Fett bomb thingy that everyone loves in Star Wars, but systems have been jammed here by the car in front, and that disables the comms as well, so it can be really devastating in intercept parts, but I'm glad that they're showing us how a jammer works. Not too sure how many he has, but he evades the EMP really well there by crashing and slowing down unexpectedly. He's avoided the EMP there, so it has to have a good lock-on, otherwise, as the lady explained, we won't be able to get it done, and that contact was a bit weak. I was looking for a bit of a stronger hit there, to be honest, and again, we're just trying to berate him a bit, but he's just all over us, and we end up having to slow down. We equip an EMP, he tries to avoid it, but we get the lock on, and that is him on very low damage, heavy damage for him, and we cut across, pit maneuver him, and he goes rolling over, and that is his chase down, and he is busted and presumably sent to jail. 1 minute 23.93 was the time. So we get the distinction award, which is the important part. So, you know, good stuff all round, and a good introduction to the EMP, which both sides of the license can use. Jammers is only for the racing. So you'll probably see them later on for when we're allowed to use them. But we get a new vehicle, we get the Dodge Charger SRT 8, and that is ours, so we've got it on both sides of the license again. And as we look for different events, Spike Out, the Interceptor event, was one that I was looking to do, but end up deciding to choose the awe-inspired preview event, which has us going in another Porsche, but this time it's the 911 GT2 RS, and we're going to colour it in red. And rainy and night conditions at 4 AM in the morning, 2 minutes 37 is the time to beat. Let's see what we can do then. 7.5 miles of track as we weave through the traffic and gain control of our car. We have a monumental task ahead, but this car felt a bit better than the Carrera, surprisingly, to drive, so you know, that was quite nice to feel. And as we take the outside-inside, almost outside approach, I thought about going into the shortcut there, but I felt like we didn't really need it, but we scraped the inside of the corner there, which has not really helped us. This part, though, I did feel like was going to be good for taking the shortcut, so that is where we will take it, as we go onto the off-road section through this natural tunnel that's been made out of the rocks, flying through, going through all the wooden boxes all over the floor, getting very tight to the inside there, perfect in the end. The little scrape on the exit as we go through the proper time saver here, through the lumber yard, take a bit of an outside approach to that corner, keep on going. Minute and 11 on the timer that we've had so far, 3.7 miles, going through the tunnel, out of the tunnel, around this corner that we're going to try and take flat, and have a little bit of a break in the drift, and then have to avoid traffic there. Bit of a close call, but still got the car completely under control there in the end, and we shall continue to preview this GT3 RS. Take a lovely corner there, good drift, and continue to see the spray behind us as very treacherous rainy conditions. Try and keep this corner flat, but end up having to brake and do a little bit of a drift on the exit of the corner as it tightens. Thought about going to the inside for the shortcut, but ended up sticking to the outside. Lovely and close to the barrier, outside, inside, outside, back almost to the inside again, as it's quite a long hairpin corner. About a mile left off track, go for the outside, go for a bit more of the inside, stick to the inside, and it's a good drift once again. So driving really well here, very few mistakes, but it's getting a bit close as we got 0.2, 0.1 miles, and we just about make it. That felt like it didn't really need to be as close as it was. 2 minutes 34.69 was the time in the end with gold awarded to us, but yeah, that felt really close, to be honest. A bit too close for comfort, but we got it nonetheless, and we also rank up our license a bit, so we get another new car in the form of the Jaguar XKR Performance Series car, which is awaiting us in hopefully another event in the future. But yeah, I was ready to call the episode a day there because we've done our 4 events, and again, looking at the spy count, I thought that interested me, but in the end we're going to try and do the Reventon Reveal preview, because at the time of recording it, we're about 90 minutes into the session, so I wanted to give us a bit of an extra event at the end. 1 minute 20 is the distinction time, and 727,500 is the bounty we need to unlock. Let's go to the event.
Central to all units, officers require assistance on Mystic Lake Road. This is a training exercise, but you will be evaluated as if this was a live situation.
So for 3.5 miles, we need to try and drive to the absolute best we can, as we get a top speed of about 220 miles per hour, drift round the corner, and we are absolutely blitzing it through this road. Decide to take the shortcut. Doesn't really end up paying off there as we get a collision with the wall. That's a 2-second penalty given to us there, so not the ideal sort of scenario there, but we continue on anyway, with 1.5 miles, about half the time done, so we're on course here for a distinction award, but never say never, because it can be very tricky as we go through here. Lovely sunshine, to be honest, and as we drive around this corner we get an unsuspecting traffic part there, very close to the wall here as well, so we're right on the limit, and as we climb through this corner, avoid that car, and it ends up being not as close as I thought it would, because despite the 2-second penalty we were given, we still did a 1 minute 10.81, getting the distinction award. So great stuff all round in the end, as we gain more for our license on the officer's side. No new cars though, but that is going to do it for today's video. So if you did enjoy, you can go ahead and hit the like button, comment on anything you enjoyed below. If you want to give me a birthday gift, then you can subscribe, please, thank you. You don't have to, but yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Dislike if you didn't, and leave a comment for constructive criticism. But until then, this has been Chief Dog 74. Hopefully you enjoy the series, and I'll see you guys in the next one.